It's time to go talk to Unc.
Villains have been up to their old tricks again.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. If you have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil, Suncaller, the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
You know what? I should change the title because we're most likely not fighting Odin anytime soon.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Caution, my boy. Many years ago, when you were just born, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
Let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn bust out you.
Oh yeah, I have a chocobo. Got red chocobo. And my Final Fantasy Tactics and FF14 Bozja players know a thing or two about them red chocobos.
Straight home.
Not fun.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
What's good, y'all?
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Oh no, this is a big
There
town.
she is. The good old Dalamil Inn.
Looks pretty
Do you
though.
know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
I think that lady behind us right now, that's like the closest thing we had to a
Good day to
another
you,
person of
Peter.
color. But she still looks white. That's like my issue with this game.
He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Was that Joshua's friend? Yeah.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Theon has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
These camera shots are really good.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
So I actually saw this on Twitter, but if you go back here and you go in like photo mode, this is one of the few things I've seen about this game on Twitter. You can actually see him back there drinking like the whole time. I think it's pretty funny.
Take him!
Try it.
He's just chilling back there. I wonder if that means like Joshua's gonna hear that we're out here And then he's just gonna be like, nah, I can't meet him yet. Like on some Shanks from One Piece shit.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
His Vivre card. It's One Piece.
What is it now?
That was nice. That boy still ain't eating his carrots. Come on now.
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up. Now feel good, boy.
Plates and pots! Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Y'all don't just climb over this gate. This is not an issue. Look at this. Just climb over and hop the fence. That gate is not real.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. My thanks. Fare you well.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
What's good?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep it up from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
I take for Gilbert's sake.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
I keep forgetting to hold the button.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a take.
She go flat. You never go back.
Take a
I
sniff,
guess.
sir.
The finest fabric!
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Delamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Nah.
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
This dude's scamming.
Live eaten dark, fresh from the grill. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Well, I hope you gave as good as you got.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking.
with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
My puppets have pride of place in castle.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you.
Look at the dog.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Unk do be getting down. He be on the
Explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men.
he be on the dark
My
web,
boy, one cannot
hidden
catch
scams,
a
hidden licks,
prey
everything.
without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult.
Popinjay, that's a great
It
word.
just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield.
I'm gonna have to add this to my my vocabulary. He said Popinjay.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
So we're about to get jumped,
Perfect
is what
place
I'm
for a
hearing.
spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
When things turn sour.
Of course.
Pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
Riz?
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
Why is the tavern shut?
Good girl.
Yeah, we're about to get jumped, like, no question. This is an insanely obvious setup.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
We said shut it down. Never try to buy crystals on the dark web, bro. It's not gonna go well.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up. This
Oh, where's the healer? Why'd they get the chocobos out of here?
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive.
So, what's your name? Mid.
I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain.
Imagine telling someone your name and they just laugh in your face, bro. I'd be
Passage
pissed.
through the south gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia los delan. Tu isakelis.
Whoa.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
What is it now? You and I? What? Alas. Still, ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy. At least they did. So, how very fitting. Of course, there's simply no other way. Farewell now.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Lube.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm Saver, Master Luber's soon-to-be former apprentice. If I don't pass this, people are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that I don't suppose you have any idea.
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
Why don't you just ask him? He's right there.
I could give you. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss.
I mean, I guess it makes sense not to ask him.
Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool.
So,
good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Loop. We need information.
You're right. Now, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
All right.
Let's hope there's someone...
Bye-bye.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
True. What I'm hearing...
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. Be transport.
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a good cup.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses...
So a knife that stays...
What makes a good knife? It needs to be sharp. Wow. Incredible. I would have never guessed.
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us a little longer.
All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot. I've no doubt that my woes stem, but I can't go and investigate for fear I'm bound to these baths in more ways than...
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end. My livelihood, my...
Something I noticed is that I don't see very many branded here necessarily. Like none of these people
Hot water.
are branded.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Cook, who stands ready to crush any threat.
No brand. No brand.
Sweet incense, wax candles.
No brand.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
I know there's one over
Mine's
here.
still closed.
This one's a
Can't even
branded.
fill my cup, you're no use to me. Begone!
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price.
Finally, we'll be able to get what's owed us.
What is it? Sorry.
Hunter, what?
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending...
Thank you.
Full business, eh? Manner.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Whoa, new song. Is that a Rhodes keyboard that they have in this song? Sounds like a Rhodes.
Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Matter of fact. Oh, okay, it's already all the way up. I was like, turn this all the way up. Let me see something. It said controller audio, but I haven't heard anything from the controller. Might be because I have my headphones on though.
What the hell are those things?
You deserve a rest.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. We'll turn back to the north.
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Wow, okay, this is a lot. Bath bomb? That's funny.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
This is no good. I was hoping to get... So, you learn anything useful?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said were too heavy and...
So we're no better off than when we Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words. No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work. Trouble is, it's meaning someone is...
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentice is a merchant. A favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sell... I bet she'd...
Dang, bro. Why'd you go all the way over there?
The most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Plates and pots! There he is. And basins. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this.
Not what I expected.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Right. It's high time I got back.
I feel like that side quest didn't really add much of anything. It was just kind of fun. I guess it kind of added a little bit to the world building. Like, it makes sense that there would be bombs, like, in the desert, because it's hot. I don't know. I feel like that one was kind of a filler side quest. Didn't really add much of anything.
Good girl.
Faster!
Most of the other side quests, like I've been saying, have added some kind of world building that was valuable, but that one was definitely filler. That was a Realm Reborn side quest right there. Main story quest, not even a side quest. Also, I can get this last limit break.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but...
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, but adamantite ore is unique to Ash.
And it's...
Unique to Ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil?
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy...
If it's cheap metal you're using. Folk first settled Dalamil, and if you know the trick...
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know the trick.
It's hardly my speciality, but...
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive,
Limestone? Besides, I want to know if the...
You'll have no trouble finding limestone.
Then I suppose I'll meet you.
Right you are.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Is that true?
Made from the stoutest
Yes.
stoneware.
It was for the fans.
Wait, incense.
We need another Rhythm Heaven game. but I think that they're done with that series. That water is so pretty.
One rock looks a lot like another.
There was a, I remember on Miiverse of all things, the Wii U social media thing, there was a guy that was like reviewing water in every single game. I wonder where he's at now.
This is no good.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
I think about him every time I see pretty water in a game. Or them, I guess.
You are one of the good ones, you know that.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy statement.
For teaching that one. Now, time to see if
I guess he didn't mean anything by it. If somebody said that to me, I'm like, what do you mean by that?
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so.
What do I think? It's sharp, and it's heavy. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but so it looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that...
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if I...
And who would... The butcher? The hunter? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
That's facts.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just a... I'd say you're worth keeping. Starting tomorrow, you'll have...
I will. What would you do?
I'd do what I always do. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it
This is a business major right here.
For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an app.
That's a business major right there.
There goes
It looks like congratulations.
I couldn't have done it with so much for the Forge Master. The spirit of Dalamil had meaning.
You've passed your test.
And when I do, I'll...
Yeah, I definitely feel that too with the graphics thing. I think the first game, actually when I built my PC, the first game I put on was Xenoblade X. I spent so long just walking around to that game, just emulated it, and just looked around, upscaled everything to like 4K. Actually, I just upgraded my PC like 3 days ago again. I should probably do it again and turn the frame rate up or something.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Yeah, I went from like a super low-end PC, like a gaming laptop, not even a gaming laptop, a regular laptop, to a gaming PC, and I didn't know how to act either. I did the same with FF14 too. It's kind of hard to get experiences like that now though too, because like I feel like graphics are kind of stopping their advancements at this point. Like there's only so much you can really do past where we're at now. Like I guess ray tracing is cool, but there's so few games that you can do that with. I don't know, VR. I've never tried VR actually. Just cause like I don't own one and I don't want to use someone else's, cause like that's unsanitary.
Get that damned wagon fixed. Unless trust your brother our many
I think VR would be cool. I also wear glasses, so like I feel like it would be uncomfortable for me and it'd strain my eyes. I'm trying to think of like the best looking game I've ever played.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
What is the best looking game that y'all have played before? I can't really think of one off the top of my head. I know Uncharted 4 looked really good for the console it was on.
Allow me to
This game looks pretty good.
After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive.
I think for its time, Final Fantasy 13 was like one of the best looking games. I think even now, Silent Hill 2 and 3 have aged really well, but I wouldn't call it the best looking game ever.
Have done so, but that ship has sailed. You, however,
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
you really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
My
Till
boy.
then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew.
Thanks, Aunt.
We have much
No
to catch
problem,
up
Neff.
on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
With Phantasy Star Online 2, I wanted to get back into that when New Genesis came out, I think it's called. Is it called New Genesis? The new 2.0 update or whatever. Because it reminded me a lot of Xenoblade X. I played for like a little bit, but didn't really get into it since I played Final Fantasy 14. Like I didn't want to juggle 2 MMOs, but it does look really good, and I want to get back into it. But like I got so much on my backlog right now. It's not a priority, unfortunately.
Why do they still hurt?
That's got to be frustrating.
What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
Why'd he like stroke his head like that?
Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Sheesh.
Orcs. Did the royalists bring them from Ash? Are the Beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. That's our Tonko. It's over. Taken over the entire mine.
Back in Copperbell Mines.
This Get him! So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Garuda! Let me get rid of this dude.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Nice.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Combo. Easy peasy. This dude got spanked.
names. Come on, Torgal.
That's beautiful.
As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Matter of fact, we're going to the photo mode for this one. Personally, I don't like depth of field that much. Like, you gotta really... I guess because I never really use it to its full extent. I usually turn it off though, whenever I play games and stuff like that. Kodak moment. Yeah, we out here. We better jump Kupri again. Get the kaiju battle.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Torgal.
Cancel that. Oops. Spears Within, like the movie that almost bankrupted Square Enix. I have it, and I saw the Berserker ring, and I was like, that looks cool. But right now I have like the AP up, the EXP up, and then the Gil up. I have all three of those up, cause I'm just kind of grinding right now. But I guess I could get rid of like the Gil one, cause I'm not buying anything that's like extremely expensive right now, and try to use the Berserker ring.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Let me see this.
Who are you?
Let me switch it right now. Yeah, I should be using this just because I dodge like pretty much everything.
Did the orcs do this too?
That's actually a no question now that you mentioned it. Like a no-brainer. I keep doing Titan moves. Well, he's gone.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
That doesn't look safe. Oh, nice.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? This won't be easy.
I see it now. That's not the door I want. I understand now.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Which way did I come? Other way. This dude's about to absorb this thing.
Just when I
can feel it. Where's this? There you are.
It's over.
my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka!
She didn't even like him like that. That's the worst part. Understandable though.
I swear to you, my love. We will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
Get away from her! Benedicta!
You got PTSD.
I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. Not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Let's go. He got it. Dragon install. I was saying this earlier, but seeing this after years of not getting Versus 13, the graphics are on par with the Versus 13 trailer after all this time. And I'm so happy about that. This looks so smooth. This monitor upgrade was worth it. Oh, I can't get him?
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
Brimstone? Hold and release R2 plus square? Oh, okay.
Let's give this a try.
Dang. Oh, whoa. Said, ah, my guiding moonlight. You were beside me all along. Bro hit the Ludwig from Bloodborne. I feel like that was even framed and shot the exact same way too. Oh my god. Dude, that's fire. The FF14 raid. The song's same too. Oh my god. Bro, so good. Soka said, let me just use the Titan. The Titan theme in FF14 was so good. Let me just use it again. Run that back. Now this really is just a Sonic stage. I'm not complaining either. I gotta charge for that one. This looks so smooth on this monitor. I'm a 144 Hz believer now. I might need to upgrade my graphics card just so I can do this on PC.
I've got you now.
Oh, it really is DMC now. That's too early. Yeah, this is it. Soaking got on this track and said, let me just run back FF14. If it ain't broke. Oh, I forgot you could use Brimstone as a shield. Do you get more damage if you use it as a shield? Like, as a counter? Is there like a multiplier? Should I be doing that? Shockwave. Ooh, I gotta jump. This peak. Cut his arm off again. mind. Oh, there's a cursor. They went all out with this segment. This is crazy. I'm not playing.
Heads up, Hugo.
Yeah, most definitely dandy. No, I feel like at least 30% of the game's budget went into that fight. It's not over. Yeah, at least 30% of the budget went into this fight. Oh, wrong button. My bad. Run that back. I'm excited to see Odin in the final boss. This is like, this got to be like the third to last ish boss. Bruh. $35% of the game's budget went into this fight. That was crazy. The kaiju fight. That was like literally an entire episode. That's what that One Piece episode that's coming out in 2 weeks is gonna be looking like. Be ready for that one.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished.
This dude looks so creepy. They did a great job on him.
You grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
They did a great job on Ultima. Like that. Ultima is so intimidating and creepy looking. His Vivre card.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
I was wondering who did that too, myself. I like that they kept that they kept that kind of ambiguous, so you could piece it together yourself.
Potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Well, let's go.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
I already know that Dion's gonna go crazy.
One small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
I mean, he's Bahamut. He has to go crazy.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
I wonder what kind of flower that is. What the symbolism is behind it.
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
I'm gonna try to catch it. Actually, let me just look now. I'll find it later.
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Ah,
Forgive
oh boy.
Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
What way is he?
Yeah, I was gonna make a beeline straight for him because I want to know. They didn't say anything.
My knowledge is yours. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
The tomes.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Flower? I haven't used this feature yet in particular. The search by keyword. Well, they went all out with this feature. I'm still impressed by this every time I open it up. Fauna. Here we go. Maybe? Nah, flora is what I'm looking for. If it's even in here. Sam Breck. Maybe there's a keyword, Sam Breck. Or if I just go related. Let me see this. Where you at, Dion? I can go from here. Dion. Maybe? Okay, that didn't work. It's not a mystery. Oh, here we go. Wyvern tail? That's all they got on it. Guess we'll get more later. Yeah, hopefully that flower doesn't die. That would be terrible. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. The Sylvester, he placed it on Dion every time he places his faith in Dion's power. And so if Dion ends up dying, which we'll see, the flower is probably gonna die with him.
You are always welcome.
And then the Empire, like you're saying, if it represents the Empire as well too.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Is that all?
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Wow, some more.
Sun hath taught the mountain, the dawn. Ivan's newest dish is a bat.
That's good. Oh wow, that's a lot of marks. What I like to see. It's Joe.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Of course not.
Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Lore time.
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Ah, my favorite pupil. So what of its parliament? Which leaves but one man. Harpocrates, Blackthorn, Karen. For veterans
she said
such
something.
as these, Sid's hideaway was a sacred refuge. Kupka took something from them. And now you have avenged that loss. They should be the first to hear the happy news.
I feel like that was the first time where, like, when you exit out of the dialogue with an NPC, they actually say something extra. Unless she was just trying to guide me to the objective. That could be the case too.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
It means a lot.
Whoa.
thanks to Sid. the
Not
man
bad
who
for a
brought
boy
you
from the Imperial Barracks, eh?
I'm sure they'll.
Well, come on, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
That's funny. Bro got a shoe bill. Is that it? Or is this a crane?
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelz?
Shoe bill is one of my favorite animals of all time. I think this is a shoe bill. Yeah, this is a shoe bill. Wait, nah, it's not. It's just a crane or a gull. They have larger beaks. This kid's name is Jackin. What kind of name is that? Crazy name.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
That was the first time that I noticed that. I wouldn't have known that if you didn't point it out.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Is it business or pleasure? It's a relief. Thank you, Coin purse weighing you down?
Stagger down? I don't know if that's worth it. Definitely don't need 90% of the stuff in here.
Is that all?
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Oh yeah, I check most of the NPC dialogue after every story mission because I like paying attention to that. My favorite NPC is that girl up there. She's funny. A real yearner. I was talking about
When it
Goops.
comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be
She said that last time though, so her dialogue didn't update apparently.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right though.
I think that mid might take
Everyone was glad to hear the news.
my favorite NPC spot.
But you ain't told everyone. I could
I've
think
only
of
talked to her
friends
once
back
so
at the
far.
old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do,
Moogle talking in the
be sure
background.
to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Fair Very well. I'll suggest it.
They named that poor girl Mid. That's unfortunate.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now.
Really?
I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen.
That was not what I was expecting her to say, but I guess it's in character.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines.
Enterprise, is that a Star Trek
Those things
reference?
have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in.
I know Final Fantasy likes referencing Star Wars, but I don't ever really see him referencing Star Trek.
But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Speedrun strat.
You cracked the crystal too.
Alright, I'm actually gonna hit the hay. I would do some of these tomorrow. I guess later today at this point. When did I start playing this game? Ninth? Oh snap. Anyway, let's hit somebody up with the raid. Maximilian dude's playing Xenoblade? That's crazy. PS5 says I'm at 68%. Is that the main story? That seems about right. But anyway, thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate it. Better rate max. Catch y'all tomorrow. Gotta wait for this countdown though. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.